Good, now we are almost at the end of the video course, but there's one more important thing I want to talk about, and these are legal and moral aspects of creating AI images. So let's have a look at my screen. Legal and moral aspects of creating AI images. What do I have to say about that? First of all, always, and I really mean always, obey the law. If you have doubt about something, do some research or contact some legal consulting to make sure you don't get into trouble. Because this is a quite new technology, and especially regarding licenses, sometimes it's not super clear what actually is allowed in your country and what not. So in case you have some doubt, just make sure you talk to a lawyer in this space to make sure you don't get into trouble. Good. The second point, always use your new skills for the good and not for the bad. Use it with responsibility. Especially with great power comes responsibility, and the techniques and the technology you learn here in that course is quite powerful. So keep that in mind. You can use it for good things, or you could use it for bad things, for example, to scam people. And I just highly recommend you to always stay on the good side and to use your skills for good things on that planet. The third point, AI is still quite new. Make sure you keep up to date regarding regulation and laws in your country. It's a little bit like the first point, just make sure that you don't do things that are actually not allowed in your country. And as this is an international course, I don't know what applies to your country. The next point is also very, very important. Be very careful with deepfakes, AI generated images of real people. You need their permission to do that. I know there are many deepfakes out there of celebrities and of adult stars and so on, but I don't recommend you to do it. And also, if people reach out to you on a platform like Fiverr and tell you, yeah, I have the permission to do that, be a little bit careful because if you do deepfakes of people, you could damage their personal rights and you can get into trouble for that. So be a little bit careful. The next point, respect the terms of use of certain models and LoRa. Sometimes if you go to a platform like civitai.com, you see that the creator of a LoRa or base model says that it is not for commercial use or only for personal use, and you should always respect these rules to make sure you don't get any problems. And now we are already at the last point, and this is don't fool people with an AI character. Especially older people have oftentimes no idea about this new technology, and they, for example, think that an AI influencer is a real human being. And it's just my personal opinion, but I think you should never fool anybody, especially older people. Just tell them upfront that this is an AI influencer and yeah, let them decide if they still want to follow or talk to you, whatever. Because especially as an owner of a digital created AI female model, I can tell you that many people will start talking to you and chatting to you and so on. And I'm pretty sure many of them have no idea that this is actually AI generated. And I can just talk for me personally. I never would fool people and tell them that I'm real. When people are asking, I always tell them that this is an AI generated model. But it's of course up to you how you will handle that.